Hi. How's it going? What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. What is up, everyone? What are you talking about? What's going on? What are you talking about? Also, when we watched Miko's story quest way back when, when we watched Miko's trailer way back when, I didn't realize the choir in the middle of this song. It sounds so magical. Fox Lady Day. What's up, everyone? What is up, Halcyon, Glacian, Fabricio, Mufink, Spides, Nightwalker, Kawhi, Marceline. What is up, everyone? Nightwalker, hi. Pentaray, hi. Hi, everyone. Monday, Jobster, hi. Stairs and Groggy Dragon. I'll get those crabs out of here. So, what is up, everyone? What is going to happen? I am gonna be prepping for the festival. And so I'm gonna be doing, let's do Miko's story quest and potentially also Heizo's hangout and Sayu's hangout as well. Ayo, Detective Squirrel. Yeah, I recognize it. I called you Glacian because it was easier for me to just say what I see on screen. But yes, hi Tim and Kawhi. Hello. Welcome. Palaguin. What up? Hi everyone.
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
Yenfei looks so derpy from this angle. I don't know why. I think it's because her eyes are enormous, and she kind of has the sleepy eye shape. I don't know, because she has such a freaking memeable face. Okay, let me turn A's trailer music off. I don't think there's a whole lot of housekeeping to do. Did you know you have rights? My favorite lawyer. Okay. Oh, let me make some resin real quick, actually. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, doe-eyed. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear these all straight. Here, I'll put it on my sword. There we go. Okay, can make 4. I'll make 3 for right now, just in case there's a boss that I decide I want to fight within the next foreseeable time. Doop, doop, doop. Oh my gosh, that was my 4. Run, dear, run!
Add Astra. Thank you for
Blip.
Add Astra.
Astra. Thank. Smolfey. Alright. Let's activate Fox Lady's story quest. Such a shift from the Fontaine content I've been doing recently. Boop. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, Shenhe's over here. Wait, hold on. Let me activate ADD mode first. Hold on. Wait, who else? Who else is around here? Let me talk to Shenhe and Ningguang first, because I only have 2 more to get the next reward for that event that's going on. Events. Not test run. Not that. Yeah, I've talked to 13, so I can get my my 15. Let's not untie her red ropes. I don't want the entirety of Tevat to be between an unrestrained Shenhe and Klee on the loose, apparently, because Electro friends. Is she probably down at her bench? There she is. Oh, Baishu's down here too. Pharmacist chilling with the president. What was the other option to talk to? There were 3 things that just popped up. Oh, the scale was the third thing that popped up. Baishu. Is it gonna be the same interaction? Oh,
Your cold was caused by the physical and mental strain you've been under lately, I fear. Such things are more common with the changing of the seasons.
Oh, I forgot to switch to Japanese. Whoops. Just prescribe some more medicine for me, if you would. I'll have someone pick it up in a few days.
As you say. However, while colds can be cured with medication, overexertion could cause it to reoccur.
Thank you for the advice, Dr. Baishu, but I cannot simply ignore the affairs of state. Alleviating the symptoms through your prescription should suffice for now.
I will write up some more nourishing dietary prescriptions. Please, take things slow and avoid weakening your body too much.
Ah, Conry, our distinguished guest. Is there some urgent matter at hand? I forget what her voice even sounds like. I can't even do an accurate... I can't even do a bad impression. It's going to be an even worse impression because I don't even remember what her voice sounds like. It's been so long since we've had her in quest. Feeling unwell? Well, you seem like you haven't had enough rest for one. Pretty much everyone in this game. We've got... Who have we got? Kokomi, Layla, now Ningguang, Jean, Ganyu. Pretty much everyone. I slept too little last night, and after getting up, there was a chill draft, so I caught a cold. I was planning to just deal with it using a bit of medicine, but a massive headache came with the package, so I had to invite Dr. Baishu over. My apologies, Dr. Baishu, for having to have you come over every so often to adjust my prescriptions.
Not at all. Diagnosing, treating, and saving people are well within my duties. But...
Then you know that this too is where my duty lies, Dr. Baishu. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is the crossroads where many matters meet, all of which must be seen to with care. To that end, no amount of effort is too great. If you think just me having a headache is bad, imagine the number of people who'd get one if I were to just drop my work all of a sudden. And if everyone at the Ministry became overtaxed, I imagine Liyue Harbor itself would catch a cold then. Oh, that was the whole interaction? That was so short! Sorry. Sorry. But also not. Does anyone know if, because Baishu is voiced, does anyone know if Shenhe is voiced? As I walk over there? I could just fly, I guess. I could just glide. Wouldn't gliding be faster? She is hot? Oh, she's not. Moving on. Moving on. Japanese. No, you heard nothing. Oh, there she is.
今回の護送は本当に険しい道のりだったが、山を越え川を渡り、ようやく愛しい君のもとに帰ってくることができた。
そんな、とんでもありません。ただ、朝は雲となり、暮れには雨となって、会えない日々も毎日のようにあなたを思っていました。
What's these two's? What do I know these two's relationship?
あ、旅人とパイモン、どうしてここに？しばらく万民堂に行ってないってこいつが言い出してさ、ちょうど時間があったからお昼を食べに来たんだ。あれ、師匠は？
Rude, Paimon. Hi, how's it going? Is your boss in?
師匠は食材を買いに出かけている。今日は我が店番だ。
You were in deep thought just a moment ago.
いや、もう大丈夫だ。何か食べたいものはあるか？ここで働いている間、師匠からいくつか料理を教わったんだ。よかったら作ってやろう。
I cannot make it for you? What? Is this a typo? That was supposed to be I'll make it for you or I can make it for you and it got conglomerated into I cannot make it for you? 本当か？どんな料理を教わったんだ？チコ魚焼き、それからジョジョジー。どれもオイラたちの大好物だぜ。Everything's your favorite, Paimon. ああ、前に主らが来た時、注文していたな。少し待っていてくれ。すぐに作る。We can help out. これまで数えきれないほどの料理を味わってきたベテラン美食家パイモンがアドバイスしてやるぜ。旅人、腕の見せ所だぞ。Oh, come on, A. Oh my gosh, the whole damn place is on fire. Did you really need to use? Oh man, she getting A flashbacks right now. She's so small, she's still leaning her entire body into the table. 気に入ってくれて何よりだ。機会があれば、また一緒に料理を作ろう。
こんにちは。誰かいるか？
お客さんが増えてきたな。シンカ君、行ってこいよ。ああ、ちょっと失礼する。
夕映観光団？こんな名前で本当に応募者なんか来るのか？
名前はまた後で考えてもいい。とにかく今時の若者にとっては家族を旅行に行かせるのも親孝行の一手段なんだ。これはビジネスチャンスだよ。あ、すまん。
I briefly thought for a second that these were the two guys who were like, "Oh, did you see that woman in there?" Oh, during that one quest.
先ほど主らの話していた観光団のことだが。
夕映え観光団に興味があるのか？
観光団は正式名称を寄宿高校観光団と言ってね、家族に高校旅行を送りたい若者の間で大人気なんだ。
ああ、その通り。旅行の日程は
Small Fei. Small Fei. Yan Fei so small. Okay. Let's activate. Let's activate. My brain's not keeping up today. As if that's anything new. What up, Man of War? Oh, I can get another one of these things. Fox Lady! Fox Lady! Fox Lady! Fox Lady! Another moment of my neighbors wondering what the hell is going on up here. What does the fox say? Asks Goro if she can pet his ears. Who do I want to switch to? We're doing Fox Lady's quest. Why don't I just switch to my Raiden team? Haven't used my Raiden team other than in bosses for a long time. I'm almost to my Inazuma wings, by the way. Oh wait, I want to switch back to my native tongue. Boop, boop, boop. Boop.
We haven't been to the Yai Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
Okay.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true.
What does that mean?
Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop.
No.
This, my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
When did Migo's Quest came out? When did Migo's Quest come out? It had to have been after was it like immediately after the end of the Archon quest? 2.5. Was that prior to Shogun's 2 story quests? Or did A's story quests come first?
A wish ritual? That actually works?
Hey, don't laugh. We all have our rituals when we pull on characters.
Right? Even Paimon knows that's just not how the world works.
I was very late. Huh. Same patch as second story quest. Oh, okay.
I didn't believe it at first either, but that changed when it worked for someone I know. It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like a lot, but get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and feasting at a high-class restaurant. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
His whole bed was filled with... Wow!
Was filled with Paimon, calm yourself.
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a bit of an exaggeration. Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall we?
Why the sudden urgency? Because Mora, Ether. Why do you think? Mora and food.
Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin too. Let's go, let's go!
The Great Narukami Offering. The Stroke of Midnight. Skipping
Closer
Shogun.
inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the AI Publishing House. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Oh, those guys are, they're a daily commission, aren't they?
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
I'm sure it'll work if you butcher it that badly.
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed. You're never going to get it down at this rate.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Whoa! You scared me. Okay. Okay. Where did I leave off with the incantation again?
What's all these goofy ass NPCs in Inazuma? First it's the Arataki gang, now that's this dude.
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so I'm helping him make a wish so that he can move past it.
I didn't think you guys would believe in this kind of thing.
I mean, I obviously don't, but Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so all I can do is go along with it.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me. People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask? Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. All right, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write. Where's all that self-confidence you had when you first started out? Look at you now, trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
I mean, does that really surprise you, Paimon?
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Is it published by Yai Publishing House? Now sponsored by Yai Publishing House? Now available at yaipublishinghouse.com?
No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but everyone is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Look, Junkichi, yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yaimiko about it?
Yes, please.
She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
Don't God tell me twice. Go see Fox Lady? Yeah. Yes, please. Holy shit, I'm exhausted today. Fox Lady! Fox Lady!
Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it.
We'd like your expert opinion on something.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just. Actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
She's like, NBD, this guy's got a missing family member, and more of the same. You know how that goes, Ether, right? Missing family members. Anyway, what's about what happened?
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji-ai. Please, put in a good word for me. You have to convince her to help my brother. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned him away, took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Oh, Domon is from the Inazuma Archon quest, isn't he? He was one of the. Wasn't that in the quest of in the part of the quest where we learn about the 3 vision holders that got their visions taken away, right? I forget because that was my least favorite part of that. It just seemed like it was dragging on and on. It could have been half as long and still convey every story point it needed to convey.
But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person. The doctors can't find anything wrong with him, so I'm betting it must be the work of an evil spirit. That's why I'm here, begging for Guji-ai's help.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Maybe both.
Well, they're kinda 2 sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
She's at a Skyrim tavern asking for more side quests.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
That was convincing.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad. Come on, you should help him.
Looks very anxious. I wonder why, Ether.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was. These 2 guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
Yeah, let me just bring Chongyun over. Although I don't know if his art works in Japan.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
Meow.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
Yeah, this is way beyond our level.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place.
Pretty sure there's more to bravado than an exorcism.
Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work? Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
This feels all wrong. But you technically have a point, so...
Alright, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother. What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
Fox lady! Miko's voice, Miko's design, even her attitude. There's a very big split between my wife and I in terms of our opinions on Miko. 5-star Lisa. My wife doesn't like her at all. Her voice, her design. I guess she doesn't. She's okay with her. She's okay with her voice, but her design, her attitude, my wife really doesn't like, and I am really into. Whoa! Did you see the texture on the wings just disappear for a second, or they didn't load in immediately?
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
What noises do foxes make, by the way? Because it'd feel weird to bark or awoo at Miko.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Why is she so detached from this dude? What's going on with you, little foxy?
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Speaking of which, there's dudes over here. And 2 oculi I've missed? What the? I now have both the... Not that. I now have both the resonance stone and the treasure compass. So I can start working towards finishing this region up. So it's her.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors?
Yes.
Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day. Some training regimen, that is. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
Sitting there cussing at the which of the characters would be most likely to? There's a lot of characters who probably would swear. Which characters would be most likely to swear? I think we've talked about Diona definitely being in that troop. Genji.
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "I won! I finally won!" Dia probably. Barbara! Beto is a sailor.
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
What the what?
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
What is wrong with this country? What is wrong with Inazuma?
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found you.
Tofu is scary.
I found my brother. He's at the waterfall. And I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on, let's go.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
She has this very specific voice she takes when she's talking down to you. Spooky tofu. It's not that I like when she's talking down to the character. It's that let's get down to business. Hey, guess what? This is Order. Have you heard of it before? Oh my gosh, when you build Zhongli as a... You can really only build Zhongli either as a shielder or... Where'd he go? There he is. You can really only build Zhongli either as a shielder or as a DPS. He cannot do both. He's no Bennett. Not that Bennett's a shielder, but... He either has a really good shield and sacrifices all of his strength, or... Who else that I haven't met / played other than like Bennett and Noelle? Who else are like jacks of all trades in this game? I like her talking down on me. Wait, no. Hey, so Shalonen. What is Shalonen's thing? Because I hear Shalonen being talked about a lot with... Not nukes, but being a top, what's the word? Being a top DPS.
Look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
Because like Bennett does so many things just by himself. So does Noelle. Does so many things by herself.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa, he's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild.
Oh, not DPS, she's support, but she can be in a team. So she's like good in a team comp for being high DPS for team comps and stuff. Similar to like Mona, like Mona was one of the OGs. Mona, Eula, and Hu Tao were like the OGs of crazy damage and stuff, like DPS as in damage per screenshot. Jean kind of as well. I feel like the build to get her to be really well-rounded is a very difficult build.
Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Hey, listen!
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it?
Oh boy.
Can you feel the feeling of manliness? Found your own school. Ha! So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something so lame? Please, spare me. Spare me. I can't feel the manliness. I can't even feel the cold anymore.
Sometimes I forget that Inazuma is the land of... It's so manly. Sometimes I forget that Inazuma is the land of anime, and then I'm reminded.
I can't take any more. I'm gonna die. Yohei! Save me! Save me!
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who goes there?
It's me.
He stood up, and now he's coming this way.
No, don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Let nature take its course.
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something. Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know? But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation.
Oh my gosh!
Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But I...
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Ah! All right, I'll talk.
Why
I'll
is
tell
this
you
so...
everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish.
Make-A-Wish Foundation? Why is this quest so fucking goofy?
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted.
Usually you have to use Primo Gems for that.
Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole personality changed too.
I got delusion flashbacks. Why didn't you seek help right away?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something, and then no one would want to sign up as his disciple. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills.
That's about my reaction to this. You know what, Ether? For once, you and I synergized.
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
Bro sure is taking his time. This is a life or death situation. He's coming right for us. What is this down here? What is that?
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
Pocket sand. Done. It's like throwing beans at Ito.
What is that?
What the?
It's the spirit.
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me!
Gosh, bro. I cannot take this quest seriously. I'm so sorry.
What do we do now?
Let nature take its course.
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Oh yeah, I've got my A team on me right now. I brought my A game.
Who's this? A fellow swordmaster. Come on, fight me.
Whose voice is this? Whose VA is it? Does this samurai share?
He's coming! Be careful!
Illusion shattered. Busted.
I'm just gonna have A solo this. I was gonna pull out all the stops, but my Shogun is so powerful these days.
No escape.
Watch him have out like 5 phases. Nope.
That was great! Excellent! Woo! What a rush! I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
Bye.
Disappeared! But he looked pretty content at the end there.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what that was all about.
I'm completely bewildered as well. This whole quest is just insanity.
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly.
It's like the sword in Kazuha's. Now you are still sir. It's like the sword in Kazuha's quest, but like the stupid version. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. I just cannot take this quest seriously.
I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Manliness.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay.
It's a pretty small price. Just have a fever for a few days, and that's it. Maybe throw up.
At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Come on, manliest of men.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
A master of the sword. Lots of strength and passion, but doesn't like tofu.
Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Ito, come get your spiritual brethren. He's out here wild and...
Fair enough. But it seems like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
I like that little wink that she gives us every now and then.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
You mean you disagree?
The incantation they used. The book, a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book? Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right
It's just the latest novel she's been peddling, isn't it?
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point.
The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff, and loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book, and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler?
Traveler doesn't really think, but when he does, if Miko says it's fine, we probably don't need to worry.
Well, when you put it that way, she has been pretty trustworthy so far. She said from the beginning that it wasn't anything major. And so far, there hasn't been any big danger.
But she never gives you the full story, and she always has some angle she's using for herself.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
You came all the way out to the wild just to give her an expenditure, or not an expenditure report, just to give her a P&L report?
Yes. Overall bestseller, reader's favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now.
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
Manga sales are down
Things just
real
got
shit.
serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
Define serious.
Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Huh? How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Because we're in her story quest.
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
Wait, what just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels alright.
Paimon's really not used to getting like manipulated and flipped around and stuff.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not a simp, you're a simp. Why do I... I've given this advice before to people who, if you want to be a streamer, don't just remove the brain mouth filter. Keep a small brain mouth filter in place. Where are we going? Down here. Meanwhile, A is busy trying to smooth over relations of half of Inazuma that absolutely hates her, and the entire of Watatsumi Island that she...
Alright, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely... wrong.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Yes, Paimon, that's the answer.
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaiden, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market.
Wait, so you mean?
That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing.
Why does this lady look like she's side-eyeing us?
So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yae Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
I've never written a novel before. Paimon can't read either.
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant.
Uyu Restaurant.
Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
Go to the submission event and listen to what readers like. Readers like drama. Readers like mystique. Readers like fox ladies. And apparently you're Hoyo's biggest moneymaker. I just gotta talk to people. Literally talk to people.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artist you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them.
Real.
The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've asked this. I've asked this before as well. But where did we get this? Where and when did we get this?
I'll be honest, I read light novels for the cheap thrills. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation, loss, and ultimately growth and renewed strength. It reads well and everything, it's just a little slow-paced for me. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, where the protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. That's what I mean by cheap thrills. Action-packed right from page one. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantations, but also tea ceremony, painting, and calligraphy.
Maybe I bought it from the publishing house? Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
The Yae Publishing House has held many writers' submission events to date. the winner gets a huge amount of publicity. It's been the ticket to fame for a lot of authors. If you've got a good idea for a story, you definitely don't want to miss out.
Why does her voice remind me of Charlotte's a little?
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original core concept and good storytelling. These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yai Miko.
There is a metric shit ton of dialogue between and also a lot of that dialogue this. Also a lot of this dialogue, maybe not a lot of it, but oh right, we have new stuff because of Fontaine. But some of this stuff is conversations in the teapot as well, isn't it? If you have Paimon in the teapot? Oh wait, not down here. Not down here. In the restaurant. Enter Uwu restaurant.
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
Uh-huh. It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences.
They like short.
All very true.
Kings.
An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
What's the idea to stream while I'm at work? What's the big deal here?
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Also real.
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lille. But that would make it a completely different genre than A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Okay.
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking?
Okay, chapter 1. We open We open on a beach with a traveler from another world recounting his events of traveling across the skies as stars with his sister. He's like recounting these to this weird Seelie with a strange crown and a gem on her head that looks strangely suspiciously like the same gems, the same shape that the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles attacked us with. It's really weird. It's a very odd artistic decision. Reincarnated in another world. Encounters with airborne emergency rations. The hell does that even mean? Chapter 1, we got halted by border control.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9.
All right, here's a 10 out of 10 for you then. Chapter 1, we start off, there's a man buried in sand outside of Fontaine.
Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste? And how do you cook it? It's a strong opening. An easy way to grab the reader's attention. Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter. Food, after all, is a topic that everyone is interested in.
Real.
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yes, as long as we have a cutaway to a big dude picking berries.
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
2 men are walking normally, and there's a crab we feed Mona months later. I cannot with this story quest.
That's good. Okay, we're done with chapter 1. Let's move on to chapter 2.
Okay, chapter 2. We find this penniless man who's actually God himself.
Huh? Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
My mind's gone blank. My mind was already blank.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block.
Real.
It's your arch nemesis for life.
Real.
Appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry,
Why are we
this is my treat.
Why are you looking at her like that?
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now. For the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going!
Paycheck. Speaking of Mora, chapter 2 begins with this man with a silken voice who needs to rely on Ed Sheeran to pay all of his bills.
Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back?
Took a trip to Leo. Tour guide turned out to be Rex Lapis.
Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself.
Spoilers for not 2.0. Spoilers for Liyue chapter.
With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm. Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8.
Out of.
The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity. I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Alright, well, let's just hope Zhongli doesn't mind.
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Paimon just casually dropped that the man at the Wangsheng funeral parlor is Rex Lapis, and everyone was just like, man, what a weird idea for a book. I'm sure that they came up with that idea from nowhere.
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
Stuff this! Come on, let's get rid of this Vision Hunt Decree. We go all the way through. This quest keeps going on. They end up actually spoiling the entirety of the Sarita quest line in Snezhnaya.
Clearly very closely based on your own personal experience, with no major changes at all.
Oh, I'm running low on inspiration.
That's fine. Since it's something that took place in Inazuma, it might actually be more interesting to readers if it's grounded in the truth. One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Cryptic.
Whoa. So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
I don't know. Genshin Impact is a multi-billion-dollar profit game.
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Okay. Oh, jeez, Louis, I just got whiplash. I forgot that we were playing as Shogun. I shouldn't miss an opportunity to take a picture with these two. I want my fox lady. When's Miko coming back on banner? Boop. 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 One of those, please. And oh, wait, I didn't save it. One of those, please. And oh wait, hang on. Let me go over here and I can get a. That's just like Eureka. And one of these. And hang on, this is important. Very important to this story quest. Very important to this plot. Okay. This isn't the door. Chapter 4, we rescue a radish from school. Chapter 4, we'll follow a lady to a mushroom cave and you won't believe what happened. Chapter 4, we shut down Reddit. Chapter 4, we invent Google Glass, Twitter. Why did I glide, but was still following the stairs?
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can.
These reminded me of Hutao flowers for a second. I already got trauma from this year's Lantern, right?
Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Chapter 5, the Oratrice the Oratrice rhyme. That's it. Also, there's a quest with these Kitsune statues that I still haven't done yet.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
We're all quote-unquote professionals.
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Thanks, bro. Wait for 3 actual days. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I've been pounding water. What am I doing? Not that. Be right back. There we go. Drink hydro. It'll quench you. Nothing. Oh, I can only do 2 at a time. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. We're making good progress on this. We're making good time on this story quest, I feel like. Are we? Aren't we? Aren't we? Are we? Drink dissolved Fontanians. I think maybe we'll try to knock out one path in Heizo's story quest and one path in Sayu's story quest. And then tomorrow we can do New Girl's story quest. I need to still wait for one more day, don't I? And then tomorrow we can do, we can do Mizuki's story quest. Boop. And then that should prep us perfectly for the festival. Mama Connery's going to be in town for a week, so I may not stream. So I'm doing all this to prep so that even if I don't stream all this week for like the remainder until the 27th, that we'll have everything prepped so that we can knock out the festival. Marceline, I read your chat and lost my train of thought. So we can jump right into the event.
You've all finally made it.
Before it expires on the 2nd, 3rd?
Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Nice.
Woohoo! That's great!
Did you title it Genshin Impact?
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
This is all great, but...
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway. Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at midnight, and your wish will come true.
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man.
It's been like, it's been 3 days.
No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Civil War really racked this population's brains, didn't it?
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right! Everyone's shifting focus! But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Hyman doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right, it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
There's a phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book.
What the what?
Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out.
That's a weird... The first guy only had... This guy wrote an entire successful novel series. Not series, but an entire successful novel. The first guy just tried to start a martial arts gym.
After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost consciousness.
That's my writing process.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
This sounds very dubious. You are working with Yaimiko, Ether. I mean...
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Yes, Fox. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see the cover of that book? Where'd that go? Where'd that go just now? Where'd that go just now? How do I get that goodness in me? Where the f... Look! Paimon. Go to the summoning ritual site. Another test subject. Oh, I forgot that this little shrine exists over here. I'm gonna be rediscovering a bunch of areas in Inazuma now that I have the treasure compass. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, you got a whole ass domain for this? It's a story quest. Why wouldn't there be a domain, Connery?
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Aren't you excited?
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait up! Oh, Paimon's scared.
Paimon, we've been through...
Close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone.
We've been through far worse together, Paimon. A domain? Here? At the right of dissension? Recommended elements. Electro. I wonder why. Boop. I'm okay. Wow, she only has 3 in her attack cycles. Hold on. Do that again, Miko. Okay. Just had to check. I was just checking. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? It's a fox. Whoa, her skill also has 3 charges on it? I can bring out 3 of them! Oop,
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also kinda eerie. So it's a bit scary. Looks like the artist signed their name. Rakusai? It's not very clear.
Let's go inside and take a look.
What are we doing? Is this a movable wall also? Nope.
Let's get down to
Let's get down to business. What are these things doing? Oh, they're making stuff. No.
Show them. Come on out.
Show them. I wanna fox. When are you coming back on banner, you absolute psychopath? I'm gonna do what I normally do with all trial characters, where I'm just gonna shield them up with Zhongli and use them as a main DPS, whether they like it or not.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is huge. Hey, is that a mirror?
Look.
It's a really weird-looking stool as well.
Reflections.
I wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. Huh. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. All right, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move.
I wonder if it's this. Lamp has been activated. Lump has been activated. Oh, there's one up there too. Oh, you know what? There's probably a chest underneath there. Frick! Oh wait, I can still get down with my bad self. Unless that's the way forward. Lampstand activated. Wait, can I aim that? I cannot aim that.
Right now.
Her skill voice lines are like, it's like a, it's like, what are you destroying, by the way? She said, show them right now. It's like actual sentences. It's like she can speak. How do I get up there? I could shoot it with Sara if I had a Sara. Oh, hey.
Illusion shattered.
Hi. I'm new here.
Dodge this. Solidify.
Dodge this.
Come on out.
That lamp activated itself as well. That goes up. There's bros underneath. I don't know if I can get back up after I enter that arena though. So what's over here? Okay, this leads back up, but not into the same area? Question mark? This is a movable panel. Why am I lost in this domain already? I'm just trying to see all the things, do all the stuff. You guys are awfully chill. Oh, hey. This is order. Ooh, wait.
A sight to behold.
Her tails came out!
Show them. Emerge.
You're open.
Shine down.
Show them, more like Shogun, am I right? Such a pain. The mortal coil. I feel my life slipping away. Oh my gosh, this is a puzzle. Imagine that, Connery. Ooh, chest. Okay, that's where we entered this upstairs at. Gamer rule, go where you're not supposed to first. The person's supposed to strike 4 times. Once plus 3 more for every skill tower you've placed. Huh. One for each of the centuries she's been alive. Isn't it that she's 500 years? Because she has the 5 tails. Up here was the switch. Yes, she is. Move all lamps to the ritual chamber. Does Zhongli have a special reflection? Why would he have a special... Why would he have a special reflection? Okay, we need to go down again. How do I move all these lamps down, though? Okay, there's the samurai in this arena down here.
Right here. Right now. Illusion shatter.
I will have order.
I'm always watching.
Oh my god, Sunburst is so freaking pretty. Totally not biased whatsoever.
Come on out. Show them. Emerge.
Oops. Oh, whoa. I said, oh, whoa, by the way, not ooh, woo. Oh, wait, was I supposed to go up with that? This is just a wind chamber. I'm looking to see if there's a hidden chest in this wind chamber, though. That could be a good place to put it.
Right here. Let's get down to business. Show them.
Nope, nope, nope.
Ha! Nothing lasts forever. I'm going in.
I need to give Bennett more HP. I want his burst to heal. Was there one more person? No, there's not. I want his burst to heal more, because it heals pretty quickly, but I want it to heal more. I need to give him more HP in this build. I really need to just rethink Bennett's entire build.
Come on out.
I'm definitely not, his artifacts definitely aren't maximized for what he needs to be used for. Already wanted there. Okay, we're back up here. I need to move. Okay, there's only one other corner lamp stands reset and activated. Frick, I'm lost. I'm lost. Where am I? Oh, hey. I totally meant to come here.
Let's light it up. Shine down. Come on out. Show them. Come on out.
I just stood there and took that. Oh my gosh, get off of that chest! That's so pretty! Okay, that goes back down. Oh, this goes down to the down of the down. I moved that up. Oh my gosh, smooth brain Connery time. It's time for smooth brain Connery! As if that's different than normal Connery. Whoop. All of these are activated though. Oh. Ha 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 tee.
Whoa. It's that painting we just saw. It's turning this way along with the whole wall. It's getting eerier and scarier. What is this place?
Okay. Next, I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift summoning medium, which means I'll be able to skip many of the more tedious steps. The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here.
This eye seems very similar to the eye that A opens up when she accesses Euthymia in her, like, burst and stuff. Surely you're not planning to...
Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a living person's body. You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form for a very short time before disappearing.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to possess the traveler isn't gonna have any lasting negative consequences?
I'll be fine.
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that.
Called out A.
Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Don't you worry now. It'll be over soon. Just think of it like having a dream.
What do I need to do?
Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
It's like he's sitting inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
Oh, we trippin'. We trippin'.
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, you'll need to have some intense thoughts going through your head. A wish, for example.
All right, Risley Banner,
Now,
Risley Banner.
What kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits? Anyone?
Probably something to do with writing?
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so let me help add a little realism to the equation. The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest that you can turn it in by?
I'll be right, Chapter 4!
The painting is moving again! What the...
Dead. Game over. Whoa. Weird.
I never thought the day would come when I'd be summoned using my own ritual. Getting a taste of my own medicine. What have we here? Another budding writer? What's come over you all? Why is everyone wishing for help with their writing? Are novels so popular in this day and age?
We got you! So you were the one who wrote A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. What are you trying to do, Why'd you put that summoning incantation in the book, huh? What's your game here?
Huh? What's this? Oh, I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into your trap, haven't I?
Send this to someone who has never played Genshin. Tell them that this is Ether's canonical voice.
You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to make their glorious return to the world and plunge all of Inazuma into a brutal, bloody war.
What? Paimon knew it! You had an evil plan all along!
Oh, did you now? Then how naive of you to let me possess this body so easily. I sense, yes, great power within him.
Sense great fear within you, young Skywalker. You have hate. You have anger. But you don't use them.
Good. Good.
Good, Anakin.
No one shall be able to stand in my way.
Oh my gosh, Genshin, this quest.
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
He's fine.
It is futile. You shall never wake him again. This body now belongs to me.
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind!
Was this before or after Kazuha's quest also? Because this is a very similar kind of thing that was going on with the sword.
Miko! Think of something! Miko! Miko!
What the f-
You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly. Too perfect.
I fucking hate this fox. No, I don't.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is what you were going for, yes? Never one to stand on the sidelines of a good spectacle, are you? Always got to dive in and fan the flames, huh? You mischievous little kitsune, you. Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, Urakusai. No, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing. Something that comes from the ley lines.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sacred Sakura's roots?
I do.
You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, of course there are going to be yokai memories too. In life, yokai possess supernatural powers, and even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, they still have the ability to control whether they are visible or not. Typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened.
Got nothing better to do, man.
Why did you include a summoning incantation in the novel?
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another kitsune, no. I was a mighty and powerful Daiyoko. The memories of other yokai can't possess human bodies at will like I can. But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days. Anything they're still itching to do, they can go and get it done.
But...
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the humans.
And the Force.
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, hmm? Oh, yes. And they might have a fever or whatever. But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two hands, given that they're not born blessed with the same powers that we enjoy. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves, it's quite right that they learn their lesson eventually. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko, you agree, don't you?
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Alright then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys were right.
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually one of the most powerful yokai out there.
Not only that, Urakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, to become the most popular in Inazuma.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all these lengths to find my painting room, and even took the trouble to summon me. I knew you must have some ulterior motive. You were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to gather around and share stories. All right. You win, I lose. Happy now?
I finally get to hear you say it centuries later. Ooh, I must say it feels good.
I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my shoulders.
Aw.
A few hundred years later, and you're all grown up.
Oh, Urakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. We've all got to go back where we came from in the end. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask, are we ever going to have another Hyakyako?
Don't you worry about that, Urakusai. Arrangements are being made. When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Urakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders.
That's us!
And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle, given how pig-headed she can be.
Well, it took 500 fucking years in an actual civil war.
Oh, well, great. That's fantastic.
I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression. I do really enjoy. I do like A and the Raiden Shogun. I like the puppet and the Archon both the same.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. And I would personally be hounding you over your next installment.
That's a great out of context. Just Ether laughing in that voice.
He disappeared. Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you beat me to it. Looks like your brain is intact.
As much as it was before, at least.
So, your first possession, What was it like?
Why do you need to dust yourself off? I remember everything pretty clearly.
Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Hearing Urakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. In return, it's only fair that we make sure to deliver on what they're all hoping for.
The Moonless Night?
Yes. Though they only represent a tiny proportion of the memories in the ley lines, it will still be quite a sight to behold when the time comes.
All two brain cells are still connected. It probably feels like spiders. Oh, I said last stream that I am extremely arachnophobic.
Since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll need your help with the ritual.
You cannot be serious, Miko. After all that, you still have more errands for us? You guys teamed up to scare Paimon just now. If you think Paimon's gonna do anything you ask for, think again!
Alright, fine. I'll do it without you. More Fox for me.
Aw, come on. I'm really only asking you to finish what you started. Besides, your paychecks are still in my hand.
Paimon's paycheck?
My paycheck! Our paycheck!
Well, there's no way out now. We're in too deep.
And we're trying to keep This entire quest is just ridiculous. I love it. I want to just walk there. Awamora! Also, I really like the Shrine Maidens designs as well.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you to join me. You're right on time, too.
As if we had a choice. We just want our paychecks. So, Nico, what exactly do we have to do to make this Hyakyako happen? Also, to be clear, we actually have no idea what it even means.
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakyako is just a gathering of the yokai. Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink, one by one they'd start soaring into the sky with their yokai powers. There were so many of them that their silhouettes would block out the moon. But now, the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak. They are no longer able to fly. So I will be performing a convocation ritual for them, gathering all the wandering memories together in one place. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Once their energy is spent, they will be satisfied and return to where they belong.
I understand.
All the preparations for the ritual have actually been made well in advance. Remember the incantation and the mention of moonless night that I added to our novel?
Oh, yeah! Something about reciting the secret spells of Lady Kitsune on a moonless night.
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. It's a spell to help calm the ley line memories. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send them on their way.
What do you need from me?
I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time, I need you to do two things. First, tell the Shrine Maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakyako, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the air above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Having the Shrine Maidens leave avoids the bothersome issue of someone potentially getting possessed.
That would be hilarious.
After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. This will take some time. I need you at the foot of Mount Yogo during this part to keep an eye on nearby monster activity. The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat, but when their energy is concentrated, it is likely to disturb the monsters. They may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain. I need you to fend them off so that that doesn't happen.
Alright, got it. Then what?
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the yokai, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, let's get going.
Can do, ma'am. Just let me shuffle my Shogun away real quick. Oh, right, I gotta tell them to leave. Forgot.
Descend the mountain? Are those Lady Kuji's orders?
Yep, Miko said the ritual she's gonna perform soon might pose a physical danger to you all.
I see. I'll evacuate everyone right away. What about you?
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do the ritual together.
We want to make sure she's safe.
It seems like Lady Kuji places great trust in you. Lady Kuji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence when she's conducted rituals like this in the past. Thank you for helping with the ritual, and good luck.
Don't worry, we're much stronger than we look. Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain.
Monsters down the mountain! Monsters down the mountain! This is a rare sight. The shrine, empty. With no people in it. Actually, let me take advantage of this opportunity. I'm falling. There they are. Oh my gosh, a chest! Is that really just a Mirror Maiden chest and that's it? All I have to do is defeat one Mirror Maiden? Oh my gosh, staggering Mirror Maidens is so satisfying.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Winter shall eventually come.
I really like how A's eyes glow. A's eyes! How A's eyes glow when she... I almost left without getting the chest. Glow when she's in her burst.
I have no need.
Right here. Right here. Oh my gosh, Jester, thank you. Oh my gosh, Jester.
These monsters look really riled up.
Jester, thank you for gifting those subs. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jester. Everyone nuts and cabbages in chat for Jester. Thanks, bro. Thank you. Let's get rid of them for my Fox Bay.
Yep. Let's get rid of them as fast as we can. Then we can get back in time to see the yokai. All right, here they come.
There is no escape.
This is order.
Girther. Oh my gosh, jeez Louise, game.
Illusion shattered.
This game really likes that. We get the Yelan zoom in on her burst a lot.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Here comes the catch.
I will have order.
To the very finally.
There's so many of them. Come on,
We can do it.
Stabilize.
Everybody stand back. Torn to oblivion.
The fairy.
You can block me? Look at the sword sitting there.
How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to the Grand Narukami Shrine and take a look.
Oops, I tapped it instead of held it.
Solidify.
Okay, I was like, you gonna bring that out, Zhongli, or you're just gonna...
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. This body belongs to ice and snow.
I don't often get to just observe Raiden's animations when she's in her burst. Cutscene.
So many. They're everywhere. Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Paimon's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blocked out the moon.
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Wow, so beautiful! Look, lights are coming from Inazuma City!
Oh wow, look at that.
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course.
Man, A is all she has left.
Just as I thought, the ritual went very smoothly. Thank you both.
I always forget that like A and Miko really only have each other after all these centuries, after the Archon War and the Cataclysm and everything. It's really just them left. Like,
Oh, I'm great.
But the look on your face just now...
I'm fine, seriously. Really, No. Honestly, you two.
Miko...
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal.
Sure, no problem. A meal it is.
a meal? It's a deal. On wheels with a seal.
Okay. Well, see you soon then.
Also, how many, Oh, I have enough! 39! 39! And it gave me Prophecies of Light? Oh, I need that. That's A's material, isn't it? Right? Question mark? Prophecies of Light. All I need is just to murder Signora again. All A needs to do is just slaughter Signora one more time, and then she can... Where are we going? Oh, wait. Until when? Wait until the appointed time. Oh, the following day. Like, you're not telling me what the appointment is. Dawn. Those are for Raiden, Yamiko, Goro, Sayu, and Chiori. Oh, wow. Wait until the future.
Today is the day we agreed to treat Miko to a meal. The venue is Uyu Restaurant. Let's go!
That place isn't even worth mentioning. Uwu Restaurant. this time when A walks through here, instead of like walking slowly with Ether, she's frolicking.
Wait is unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous adventures of the Traveler not released yet?
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night. It just seemed to form out of nowhere.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess light novels are just fiction after all, huh?
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad. Still, something tells me the miraculous adventures of the Traveler will remain an interesting series for a long time to come.
Hoyo patting themselves on. Like, yes, true, but Hoyo patting themselves on the back in this line.
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere. Guess she's not out here. Maybe she went inside already. Let's head in and look for her.
That person outside is a gourmet. Remember that quest in Skyrim that involved the gourmet? You guys know. Those who know,
my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and drink the finest sake, all for absolutely free? Oh, I just couldn't wait any longer.
Isn't that essentially what Venti did when Isn't that essentially what Venti did when we threw a party for Jean? He was like, "Man, all this wine's free," and D-Luke's like, "Not for him, it's not."
Boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
All right.
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit yourselves down. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. They shipped it to Inazuma overnight, and it was still alive right up until I ordered it. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know. I normally can't bring myself to drink sake this expensive either. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices covering the whole price spectrum.
Miko, you are outrageous! Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushikatsu!
Strange. I remember no such thing.
Well, my bank account certainly remembers it.
Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway, I am something of a VIP, you know. Wouldn't you find it embarrassing to treat me anything short of lavishly?
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive! Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Not with the proceeds. Also, look, there's a tiny face on this, by the way. Not with the proceeds you made from the book.
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What? Darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning!
We've been taken for a ride. As if that's any surprise when you're dealing with Miko.
Oh, the looks on your faces right now. Too perfect. Oh, by the way, since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer in vogue. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
How much did we get for that? Did we really not get... Okay, every quest gives Mora, and I thought that would have been hilarious if this quest in particular did not give Mora, because we actually did we actually did spend it all on Miko just now. That would have honestly been hilarious. If this quest didn't have a reward of Mora. I want another picture with them. Oh, that's also a really great one right there, too. I love a game with a good photo mode. That's actually a pretty bad framing of that. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Thank you for the meal. I thoroughly enjoyed myself today. Oh, did I mention? A saw that convocation ritual we performed over the Grand Narukami Shrine. I know she can be pig-headed, but it still took me by surprise when she wrote me a long and sternly worded letter about it, chastising me for taking this whole thing much too far. Ugh, I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Everyone seemed perfectly happy to me.
They're so cute, Sune, bro. Look at her looking at her. Look at A staring at her. Okay. All right, chapter 6. I was spoiled that Mulan turns into a sea monster. I forgot about that. She bursts out of the ocean, and I don't know where I was going with that. We're at 2.5 hours right now, but I've still got time. Let's do Heizo and Sayu's. Why did I say it like that? Let's do Heizo's and Sayu's hangout so we can at least meet them canonically. Let's do Heizo's first, just in case we can't make it to Sayu's in time, because we've met Sayu in the Archon quest, but we haven't met Heizo yet, so we can meet him just now. Track him by storm. I will. Where are we going? Where are we going? Over there. Heizo. I want to switch party again. Oh, should I use my Beto team? My Liyue waifu team? Team of only Liyue waifus? Oh wait, before I forget. Although this is a hangout, not a battle. Put that back on her. I am probably gonna give her the lick of the blade eventually. Lithic blade. Lick the blade. Sango.
What if the traveler is also unavailable? What am I supposed to do?
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Ah, traveler. Great, you made it.
Don't worry, don't worry, I'm available. Just don't let Ayaka hear that.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Sango, compared to the traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic.
A commission you're unwilling to take?
Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain. A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons. Their name is...
Kujo-Sara. That's right.
Oh, I was gonna...
The general has gone missing.
I was gonna make a joke about it, about Sara needing some R&R or something.
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Sango's nonsense, traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo. He works as a special detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
We get that you don't want to help Sango, but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Sango's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Because the pay's too low?
Nope, not even close. If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Yikes, Sango.
Needless to say, Sango and Heizo have a bit of a history.
They're competitors. They're fellow detectives, but they're not fellow detectives.
Well, it's a little more serious than that. According to Sango, Heizo was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Don't insult Goro like that.
Even though Heizo has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Sango doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, Traveler.
I see. So you're outsourcing it to me.
Huh? No, it's not like that.
Yes, it is.
Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds. I'm really hoping you can take this commission, Traveler. If Heizo truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
No problem, but I'll need more information.
Great. We've learned that Heizo had expressed interest in Watatsumi Island before he disappeared. During the war, he apparently carried out some mission on Watatsumi Island, and once the war ended, he made frequent visits to the island. I heard you have a good standing with Sango no Miya. I think it might be a good idea to use that as a starting point for your investigation.
Understood. Request confirmed.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizo, return there and report back to them.
Can do, sir. Boop, boop. Watatsumi Island. Thanks for stopping by, man of war. Appreciate you. Have a good sleep.
Oh, it's you. The captain of Swordfish 2?
That's me.
My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I'm here for information about a specific individual.
So his name is Shikanoin Heizo, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area.
Your name sounds like bread.
Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant, but I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sangonomiya Shrine. Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Oh, clear the balls over there. Right next to a teleport. Convenient. Over here. Over here. Whoa, homeboy got captured?
Come on, you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go.
Shut up and stay put. Yeah.
Do your master's bit. You will regret this.
Ow.
Here comes
I couldn't even switch characters.
to ashes.
Hit me.
Well, look who it is.
It's Beto.
I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler.
You know what my first exposure to Heizo was? You guys pinning his birthday picture to my face as part of my punishment wheel.
Really, I can't thank you enough.
Have we met?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet.
That sounds horrifying.
I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler.
Pleasure to meet you too. I polled you not long ago.
I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way.
I've been commissioned to come find you. And here you are. Bye.
Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today. I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how nice the Watatsumi music is. Oh, it's so nice.
So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
Aren't you curious about whose commission it is?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here, because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance and cross paths as if by fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi. Traveler, you are so dreamy.
Thanks, homie. We just met.
Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission, didn't you?
How'd you know?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
You're an oracle. Did you deduce it from my demeanor?
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
Little sidekick hastily hides the commission letter.
What? Paimon's just here to take a look. And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried he might be in danger, so Paimon came to help. Why are you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon not supposed to be here?
I'm not staring. I'm because she's never in Hangouts. I'm not staring. I'm just taking a look.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
He can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice.
A voice?
I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice? What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be his voice, right?
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food!
What?
Wait! Paimon's so upset she can't think straight! Paimon is Paimon! How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname!
Paimon is emergency food. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paimon. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Roasted. Yes, I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Hazo.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war.
The war.
Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryou Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful.
It is.
As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream. The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the earth that kept ringing in my ears, saying,
"World, forget me." Something vital is missing on this.
Vital is missing on this island.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
What could it be? How many subs before I do ASMR? Squirrel ASMR. Just an ASMR of like squirrel noises, just like chittering and chattering.
Paimon bets it must be something delicious. You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh. Food, huh? How about you, traveler? What do you think is missing?
It's missing a deity? It's my sister. It's missing a deity?
You mean the Great Serpent? Well, that's an interesting answer. But the Electro Archon hasn't abandoned this place. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place. So I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the Divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition.
Intuition.
It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point.
Does that have anything to do with these Nobushi?
Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up.
Well, sorry for interfering.
Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries.
Lol.
Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream. So how would you like to partner up on this one? We can work together to solve the mystery.
I have a commission to fulfill, so I'll have to bring you back first.
Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something important?
No.
Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since we're already here, why don't we just solve this puzzle together? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think?
I think your dream's really out there, but I'll tag along since you're determined to stay.
You really care about others, don't you? You'll make an excellent partner. Well, let's get started, shall we? First, we can search the camp for clues.
Hey, there's a clue right here.
Hey, isn't this crystal mirror?
Sango Pearl.
What's the shiny thing? Oh, it's a Sango Pearl.
So, have you found anything?
Found a bunch of crystal marrow and Sango pearls.
Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive? Oh, these must be the valuable things that went missing from the island. That's it. The Nobushi must have stolen them all.
I think they were building Sayo and Kokomi.
I don't know if I'd go that far. The Nobushi would be very hard-pressed to find many opportunities to get their hands on commodities like these.
Huh? What do you mean? Did the Nobushi gather all this themselves?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material for crafting weapons, and Sango pearls are an even more precious commodity. Here's what I think. Due to Watatsumi's poor soil, the island's economy is quite fragile and heavily reliant on the trade of these special resources. So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and key and well out of the Nobushi's reach. Which means they got lucky with a huge batch like this. My guess is they ambushed a caravan. If we go ask around the Sanganamiya shrine, we can find out if there have been any recent instances of caravans being plundered.
I know someone at the shrine. Follow me.
Perfect. I knew you'd be a huge help.
I got connections.
Well, duh! The Traveler is Paimon's companion after all.
With Paimon here, this feels like a quest, not a hangout. My Beto... I mentioned this before. I traded artifacts between Shogun and Yelan. I gave her some... Or with Shogun, actually. So my Beto is not really as strong. I ain't as good as I once was. Not as good as she once was. I need to rethink her build because I want to build DPS Beto. I still think... I think that probably the best... Here, let me just fly there as I talk about this. I think the best artifact set for DPS Beto is still going to be an emblem set. Because she gets the majority of her power from parrying... but not even from parrying, from her burst. Because her parrying is on a cooldown and relies on the strength of a I don't know where I was going with that. I still feel like Emblem is going to be probably the best one for a DPS Beto. What do you guys think? Would there be a better artifact set to build her as an on-field DPS? Assuming I'm pairing her with someone like Yelan, who can hit, whose dice can crit for 8,000 per dice, and Shenhe. Although, Shenhe has really not a great combination. This team really isn't a great combination with each other, because all Electro and Cryo do together is, can't even remember what it is, but all it is it's an increase to physical attack damage. Thundering Fury could also be good. Emblem set probably is best overall, right? And just give her a 4-piece of emblem and then just have like very similar stats to Shogun. So like attack, electro damage, and crit rate. Ciabatta bread.
Captain, I see you found the detective.
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful place. I don't think I could ever leave.
You can stay as long as you like, granted you don't cause any trouble, that is. Her Excellency has stated that all friendly visitors are welcome.
I'd like to know whether any merchants or caravans have recently reported incidents of stolen goods.
Incidents of stolen goods? Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravans. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so it is only reasonable to assume that the current trade routes are already very safe. Any looting or theft would be practically unthinkable.
That's strange. Then where did the Nobushi get those goods from?
Huh? You mean you found goods of unknown origin?
Yep, and it's all Sango pearls and crystal marrow, so we know it's local.
Could there have really been a theft that hasn't been reported? That shouldn't be the case. Well, perhaps you could go ask Todoroki. He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something has happened, he should know about it.
All right.
Great. Thank you for all the info. Let's go.
Hey, Traveler! It's been a while.
It's the dog!
Why didn't you inform me that you'd be coming over today?
General Goro.
I don't have your phone number, Goro, that's why.
You're dismissed, Shibata. You may go about your other duties while I catch up with the Traveler.
Guess whose story quest I just did, Goro? Peanut butter. Guess whose story quest I just did? You would have loved to be there.
Yes, General Goro.
I overheard you discussing a case of stolen goods. Is that right?
That's right. We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products in a Nobushi camp.
I see. So you've come to ask if we know of any relevant cases. Well, I'm ashamed to say that, yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid. We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the caravans, yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public, and instead kept the news to only a select few.
That's correct. I never expected you to be so concerned about Watatsumi's affairs, Detective Heizo.
Just a force of habit, really. As a detective, I notice these kinds of things.
Oh, so you two already know each other?
Actually, I've only heard of Detective Heizo from the soldiers' reports. We've never met in person.
Darn it. You're right. Now that you mention it, I've been on Watatsumi Island all this time and still haven't properly introduced myself. Man alive, please forgive me. It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikanoin Heizo of the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll. But if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual. We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's valuable resources. But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further, given that...
Given that, Rito, the island where the International Trade Association is located is not part of your territory, yes. They have cleverly picked their base of operations.
I like his VA did a really good job of making the dialogue feel less like dialogue and more like conversation. He like kind of speeds through certain sections, and then other sections takes his time on. Like people when they actually talk, they don't just have the same speed, same vocal meter throughout the entire thing.
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Heizo.
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to assist you in finding who's behind all this, right?
You're always thinking one step ahead. Yes, those were exactly my intentions. And of course, we will prepare a generous reward for you. The recent end of the war, trade and commerce have now become an important component of Watatsumi Island's development. Ensuring safety of the trade routes is critical, and we can't afford any further incidents. So, will you please help Watatsumi Island, Detective Heizo?
I'm willing to assist, but it all depends on what he wishes.
Goro's a good friend. We should do this for him regardless of the rewards.
Great! With both Detective Heizo and the Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be solved in no time.
One condition, let me pet your ears.
The situation is now in your capable hands. I look forward to hearing your report when you get back.
All right, we'll take care of it. Traveler, let's go discuss where to head from here.
Nothing. Just taking a look at his tail.
Exercise caution when traveling to Rito. If you come across any unexpected dangers, retreat first. Your safety is the priority. You must approach this issue with a long-term strategy in mind.
Down there.
Hey! Why are we talking way over here? Oh, you're not trying to get away from Goro so he can't overhear us, are you?
Very perceptive. Seems even Paimon has her moments. Let me ask you, do you believe in intuition?
Huh? Intuition? Where are you going with this?
My intuition tells me that General Goro is lying.
What? How could you say that? Although he did seem a little on the serious side today, but Goro's a good guy.
Good people can be deceptive too. After all, everyone has their secrets.
What makes you say that?
Well, in my opinion, the timing of his appearance was a little too coincidental. Sangonomiya's soldiers have been keeping an eye on me for the entire time I've been on Watatsumi Island, yet I had never seen General Goro even once. But today he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Maybe that's because the Traveler is here today, and Goro thinks he's more capable.
Really? Huh. Then that makes things even more peculiar. If there are powerful players behind this case, and he needs to draw upon external support, then he should have taken action sooner rather than wait until today. A more plausible explanation is that the items we discovered are linked with some unspeakable secret, and he had to intervene to prevent us from digging any deeper. Then he put up a smokescreen to mislead us. I surmise that investigating the merchant Godot on retail will yield no results.
Whoa, are you serious? But this is all just a hunch you have, right?
Actually, there is another key factor behind my reasoning, though you may not believe me. I sense something special about Goro.
Something special?
Yes. Whatever is missing on this island, I sense it in him.
What?
Whoa! Hold it right there! Are you saying Goro's a thief? As in he took something valuable?
It's not that simple. I can't fully explain it. It's just my intuition.
Certainly doesn't line up with the Goro I know.
Sure, I trust your judgment. But perhaps you're overlooking someone else, the true leader here.
The fish. Alright, you're convinced me that there might be some secret here. What do we do? I don't know. What do we do?
It's simple. We should just investigate whatever it is they're trying to hide from us. And what were we planning to do just before Goro showed up?
Oh, we were going to talk to the leader of the caravans. Yeah, someone named Todoroki.
Bingo. There's no time to lose. Let's go talk to this Todoroki.
Oh, wait until night. Oh, up to Bora Village. This one. I think that teleports closer to the village. They're both kind of the same distance away, though. I thought Ningguang's passive of finding ores on the map would be super helpful, but she finds just iron chunks. I thought that her passive would work for the more rare ones, not just any mineable material.
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived and is ready for inspection.
Good, let's go.
Shh, keep quiet. Let's follow him and see where he leads us.
Oh my gosh, these fucking stealth missions.
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived.
Good.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Shh, keep...
I started too far away, game. You don't see anything. I'm gonna make for this bush.
Your intel was spot on. When we arrived, the Nobushi were all still asleep. We captured them all, and the goods were retrieved and brought back here.
I'll take a look. Everything seems in order. Good work.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
That's right. And who would have thought that the injuries we sustained during the war would have such a lingering effect on our bodies? But thankfully, you also brought back some life-saving medicine.
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Oh, by the way, what is the state of the village's inventory? Make sure that it's confirmed tonight. I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go to the Sangonomiya Shrine and get instructions from General Goro.
Don't worry, we've already prepared the list. Just follow us.
Have you checked it twice? Gonna find out who's...
The soldiers from Sangonomiya seized the Nobushi's stolen goods? But didn't Goro say all the stolen goods were headed to the International Trade Association?
And Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow. Interesting. It appears these seized goods were never stolen. There's something else behind all this. Now...
Oh, shoot.
What are these doing here? Shouldn't it be crystal marrow or something?
I thought he was done speaking.
This box is packed so tight. It looks like it could burst. Let's see what's inside. Huh? What are all these plants and flowers? Oh, there's a small note here.
Torn bill. The handwriting has been smudged by water stains, making it difficult to read. Only a faint outline of the words Foreign Trade Association can be seen at the signature. Carrot.
Whoa! Qingxian? Paimon was expecting to find Sango pearls.
So, did you find anything?
Whoa! Look at all the Qingxian! And glaze lilies too! There are also tons of other plants and flowers Paimon doesn't know here. Weird.
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported from Rito, the price would be jaw-dropping. On top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate, meaning that they were most likely smuggled. Yes, very interesting. Now, where did the Nobushi get these goods? How about you? Did you find anything else?
Not really, no. For a bill addressed to Foreign Trade Association.
Foreign Trade Association? I've never heard of such an organization in Rito. And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more likely possibility. All right. In which case, I have a rough hypothesis. First,
Huh? Who goes there?
It's me, Captain of Swordfish 2.
Oh no! We've been spotted!
Huh? Wait, Captain?
Yes.
Is that you?
Of Swordfish 2.
Oh, so it's you, Captain. You had me worried there. We almost mistook you for bandits. Captain, do you remember us? During the war, I was in the field hospital with Masashi. Teppei brought you to see us and helped find medicine for us.
I don't remember that.
Hey, come on now. The captain wouldn't forget.
The captain forgot.
I gotta tell you, Captain, we all miss you. We haven't seen you ever since the end of the war. When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro and Her Excellency. The guys are all really hoping to see you.
How have you all been? When did this hangout... When did this hangout come out? Like, how long had it been since... How long had it been since we'd canonically been back? 2.8? Oh, so I was thinking, like, was this, like, in the middle of Sumeru or something?
We're fine. You don't have to worry about us, Captain.
No, you're not fine. Captain, you may not be aware, but Masashi previously fainted on the front lines. The doctor thought that it might be a neurological condition caused by overstimulated emotions. It's pretty serious. According to the doctor, if it hadn't been for the medication he's been taking, he would have developed dementia. And that was assuming the best case scenario.
The doctor.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow. I couldn't handle all the emotion. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks and it was only a mild injury. I had an emotional breakdown for nothing.
I used to be an adventurer like you till it took an arrow in the ass.
What do you mean for nothing? I got shot not by one, but 2 arrows in a row. The first arrow was to the left cheek, and the second arrow was also to the left. And because the arrows were poisonous, the wound still hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment every day, and I'm constantly worried it might reopen while I sleep.
Great. TMI, bro. TMI, bro.
Look on the bright side. At least we're still alive.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But enough about us. What brings you here, Captain?
These goods. Tell me about them.
Oh, these goods were all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. Todoroki was the one who provided us with the intel. He mentioned there were bandits here and there, so we went and took care of them while also confiscating the goods.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now. Her Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the economy and created the caravans, with Todoroki at the helm.
Yeah, he's proven to be quite capable. Even though he was just a farmer before, he's now successfully running the caravans. And his 2 sons were also our brothers in arms. Both received a special medal of honor from General Goro. which is quite remarkable, don't you think?
So, as injured veterans, we've been reassigned to Todoroki. He's the one who gives us orders and pays our salaries now. What do they call that again?
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers. Anyway, I think the whole caravan thing is wonderful. Our region wasn't very prosperous to begin with, and the land can't grow any crops. We have to pay a hefty price just to get basic food from outside. I can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the war.
I see. I think I understand the general situation now. May I ask where the apprehended criminals are?
Oh, and you are?
He's a friend of mine.
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay to tell you then. We apprehended all the culprits and escorted them to a temporary location not far from here. Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you there. Why don't you wait for a moment and I'll find someone else to show you the way.
It's all right. You can return to your duties. We'll find the way ourselves.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go. Are you still a little confused? Let me help connect the dots. This whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously. It was a case involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deal. The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose, using the opportunity to slip the prohibited goods into the unknowing pedestrian's pocket.
Great. Oh, son of a...
Sir, please forgive us, sir. We are nothing more than petty thieves.
Okay.
Sir, what do I look like? A commissioner? Does my friend here look like a commissioner to you?
I don't know, do I?
Officer.
First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead. Ask anything.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp. The goods don't appear to be from around here. So the question is, where did they come from?
They chose the wrong test subject.
Oh, the goods? Right. We picked them up at the beach.
You picked them up?
Well, no, we, actually stole them.
Be honest now. Tell me the whole story.
Yes, sir. I mean, officer. We took those goods from a small merchant ship just off the beach, but we didn't exactly steal them. You see, the ship's guards all took off running the moment they saw us. They abandoned the goods, and we simply came and picked them up. But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives, and we're all apprehended. Talk about bad luck. We didn't even have a chance to stash away the goods before we got caught.
You say that the merchant ship's guards fled without putting up a fight. You expect me to believe that?
I've seen stranger things in this country.
We just assumed they were scared witless and didn't have the guts to fight. I'm not bragging or anything, but our boss is pretty intimidating. With his massive muscle and strength, he could scare anyone.
This guy, a yawn. This guy definitely took like the cadence lessons from Ito, from Ito's VA.
You really expect us to believe all this?
No, you gotta believe me. Just the other day, we scared off an entire squad of soldiers. When they noticed us, they went running and dropped their goods. I swear, I still remember seeing tons of Sango pearls and crystal marrow in that load. All nice and shiny too. Whew, it was amazing. Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those goods. It just happened that our boss had diarrhea that day and couldn't hold off the pirates.
What?
This luck of ours.
Wait a tick. Pirates?
Yep, no doubt about it. They came on a massive ship, and their captain was a pretty lady with an eye patch.
Yes, she is.
We had no idea how powerful she was. It was like boom, boom, thud. Only took 3 hits before she knocked out the boss.
A pretty lady with an eye patch?
Kaya!
Oh, Does this description remind you of someone, Paimon?
No! Doesn't remind Paimon of anyone.
Okay. And how about you?
Come to think of it, all pirates wear eye patches.
Really? Okay, I'll take that as a no.
Really? Really, Ether? Nothing? Doesn't jog any memories. Fish. Ether's met way too many waifus at this point if he can't even keep Beto straight.
It appears that the situation is just as I suspected. Todoroki is striking a shady deal with a group of pirates, while General Goro appears to be assisting with the cover-up.
What? How could that be?
Todoroki said that he'd be going to Sangonomiya early tomorrow morning to get Goro's instructions before the caravan leaves. Now is the time to address any doubts you may have. Tomorrow morning will be our moment to confront them. Hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well.
Your final question?
The question of what important thing this island is missing. I can feel some connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki, and even to Kuda and Masashi. Hopefully, we'll finally have an answer tomorrow. Let's get some rest. I'll see you at Sangonomiya tomorrow morning.
So, but Heizo, that actually made me yawn. Was it me? Were you speaking of me? You dare speak ill of my name? Okay. 8 the next morning. Yawn like his Either's still rattled about what he's gonna do, get crushed by a water tank on stage. Yeah, the fricked up way that our playthrough has had things going, like the schedule that's had things going. Like when we saw Dia, told her we were leaving for Fontaine. The next time she saw us was at Lantern Rite. She was like, I thought you were headed to Fontaine. Thought I wasn't gonna see you for a long time. We had that like almost tearful goodbye. And then you came right back to Liyue Harbor. All for a pirate captain. Right there. Right here. Right now. Hello.
Who are you?
I'm me.
Hello, Todoroki. I'm Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. I believe you've been manipulating large-scale illegal trades for some time now. Mind if we talk about that for a bit?
You can't just go around spewing such nonsense, young man.
You didn't deny it.
And what if I'm not talking nonsense?
Ridiculous. I don't have time to listen to this. Get out of here, you little brat.
I know I'm on the younger side compared to you, Todoroki, so I'm sure you must have heard the old saying. Off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000. So the question is, do you want to put your goods on the scale or not?
What are you trying to say?
Well, nothing. All I want to hear is you personally confirming what we already know to be the truth.
Masashi! Tokuda! Arrest these people!
Huh? Todoroki, what's wrong? Who dares to cause trouble at Sangonomiya Shrine? Huh? Wait, it's...
Don't worry, Kokomi and I are cool.
Captain? What are you doing?
These crooks are trying to pry into the secrets of Watatsumi. We mustn't let them go.
But, no. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Todoroki, this is the captain of Swordfish 2, one of our own.
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? A long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work with me, it's my orders that count around here. I don't care if they were your captain. Would you dare disobey orders?
What do we do?
Well, what are you waiting for? All right. I see how it is. If you two won't do it, I will.
You can try.
I really hoped it wouldn't come to this. But here we go.
Here we go, and he just animo punches the guy right into the water.
Wait! Everyone, stand down! General Goro, you're here.
My apologies, Traveler, Detective Hazo. I wasn't telling you the truth. Todoroki, the Traveler here is the hero who saved Watatsumi Island. Without him, Watatsumi Island would never have found the peace it has today. We mustn't raise our weapons against him.
How could you be so naive, General Goro? If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow? If the Shogunate decides to investigate, we won't be able to hide the truth.
Speaking of the Shogunate, I dated the Shogun, so sorry about that. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? I mean...
I wouldn't allow them to take you, Todoroki.
Let's not kid ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself into the Tenryou Commission right now.
Oh, you wouldn't. Don't.
The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Will you be able to keep them? Not to mention the chance of astronomical fines. Can you afford that? Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined would still be smaller than just 1 carrot imported from elsewhere. You can't grow food or medicinal herbs here, and if we buy them from Rito, we pay exorbitant taxes. My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son died? He died because there was no medicine to treat him. You awarded both of them medals of honor. But did that save their lives? Can medals heal Tokuda and Masashi's wounds?
No, but Kokomi can. Dumb jokes.
No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives.
Kokomi's a healer, right? That wasn't just... Did I completely flub that joke? Kokomi's a healer, right?
If we detain them today, the Shogunate will never know what we've done. Besides, they're only a few months away now. We will set them free once the new bill is passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here will be mentioned again, and life on Watatsumi Island will continue to improve.
I understand, Todoroki, but they won't...
I can trust the Traveler won't, but the detective here is a Tenryou Commission officer. Forget it. You're the general. I'm just a radish farmer.
Speaking of radishes, I have a... Wait, what is the bill you just mentioned?
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island. Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Oh, I see. Man alive. I wish I had known sooner. In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer.
He says man alive the same way that Hu Tao says like, "Ayya."
You know, until the bill is introduced.
Huh?
Detective Hazo, are you saying that...
You mean you're willing to stay here, young man?
Come on, you two. What's with the strange looks? You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must have noticed that aside from being a detective, I'm also an ordinary tourist who likes to enjoy good scenery. I believe that after the new commodity bill is passed, there will be more and more traffic between the two sides, and more people will be coming to visit Watatsumi Island. I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to myself. Before long, tourists will start pouring in.
Thank you, Detective Hazo. On behalf of the people of Watatsumi.
My pleasure. But one good turn deserves another, does it not?
Oh, you mean there's something you wish to request?
I suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the traveler next to me isn't. As far as I know, he's planning to visit other nations soon, and it is unclear if he will return to Narukami Island or not. Therefore, there's no need to limit his freedom, right? I'm sure no one else will hear of what happened today. Am I right, traveler?
Am I right or am I right? Make a loud, resounding promise. Agree with a cool nod. I just wink and go, hell yeah, brother.
Well, it's settled then. He will always be an important partner to Watatsumi, and I would never dream of limiting his freedom. So please, don't worry, Detective Hazo.
I think this is the first one I've got maximum hearts with in one run.
I'll hold you to that. But if I ever find out you've lied to me again, there's a chance I'll lose my cool.
What are you gonna do? Yawn for? Oh, okay, I'm done.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth earlier. It's a serious matter, and I didn't want outside parties to become involved. But today, I realized my poor judgment. How could I possibly hide anything from Detective Hazo and the Traveler?
I'm glad you understand now. But, in all honesty, I'm the one who should be thanking you. It's because of you that I was finally able to reach an answer. After all, nothing makes a detective happier than putting a case to rest.
Ah, I understand now. You really are an interesting person, Detective Hazo.
No, I'm afraid you don't quite get what I mean.
I'm sorry?
Wait! Paimon gets this one! It's the answer to your question, right? The one about the thing you sensed coming from Goro and the others. Now you figured it out!
What? The thing you sensed coming from me? But I always have excellent personal hygiene.
No, not like that.
Hey, Traveler, could I talk to you for a moment? Besides, I haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
I was about to say something extremely unhinged about Goro, and I'm going to not. I've been progressively getting more and more unhinged with all of my commentary in this game. Between Dia and Beto and Risley.
Hey, there you are. Come here, look. It's beautiful, isn't it? Watatsumi Island.
Don't encourage me, Monday.
It's remarkable how such a barren land can give life to such wonderful and stunning scenery. To be honest, I am grateful to you for this trip. Before you arrived, I was running around like a headless chicken. Even if I happened to find out what was going on here, I wouldn't have been able to uncover any concrete information without you present. I'm just sorry that I promised I'd accompany you back. It appears that I won't be able to do so for the time being. So please, cover for me in the meantime, okay?
Have you really decided to keep the whole thing a secret?
It's all in the past now. Let's just chalk it up as an intriguing experience I had on my trip here. Besides, that's not what I wanted to investigate anyway.
So now you have the answer you were searching for?
Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they said brought me closer to the answer. And now I finally get it. Watatsumi Island is an ancient land where the soil is poor and many crops do not grow because it's lacking a certain thing. But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi, which is the true vitality of this land. I guess I was mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated into thin air. Because even something that evaporates is not gone. It's still there, just in a different state of being.
Poetic. Homie really pulled out law of conservation of matter for this.
When water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place in the sky. Similarly, when the land was harmed, its vitality evaporated and eventually found its place among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for. Anyway, thanks again. You know, even though we just met, I wish you could be my partner all the time. Call me Grady, I guess. But, of course, I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to complete.
Indeed. Building my harem across... finding my sister.
So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and sound in my mind. That way, I'll always be able to remember these beautiful things. The beauty of Watatsumi Island. The people who are full of life and vitality. And you two, who are by my side.
Why is he so wholesome? Ah, cute! The journey will end, but the memories will remain. And if you ever want to trade tactics, Hazo, just know that I'm always ready. I think that probably is gonna do it. I was gonna try to do Sayu's hangout as well today. I took much longer on Miko's story quest than I thought. I was going to take... Oh, sorry. Did I just scream into the mic? Sorry about that. I've been I was extremely unhinged in Kawaii's chat. I stopped into Kawaii's stream once, and she was playing Dia, and I just bombarded her chat with barks and woofs. It is okay. Yeah, it's 5:30 here. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it here. Let me get into. Let's end in Fontaine. Right? Yeah. Tomorrow I'd like to do New Girl's story quest, and then potentially it might be next week because Mama Connery's gonna be in town, so it might be next week before I get around to the festival. But what it's going to be is the next things in our site. Oh, by the way, rewards, Primos, Risley Primos. It's gonna be really hard not to pull on Farina, by the way. This is gonna be a hard banner for me to balance my focus between. But Farina is gonna have a banner come around. Like, she's guaranteed to have another banner come around. Rip Venti. But because she's an Archon, she's guaranteed to have another banner come around. Risley might go back in cryo jail after this one. So next ones in our sites are going to be Mizuki's story quest and then the current festival going on. So I will keep you all up to date on the Discord, which is as always linked in the panels. So thank you everyone for stopping by today. Let's get some nuts to round this one out. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Fox Lady. I want a Fox Lady so bad, bro. I want her to have a rerun. Please, next rerun, Hoyo. Next rerun. Fox Lady for next rerun. Fox Lady for next rerun, Hoyo. Yeah, that does it. I'll keep you all up to date on the Discord. So thanks everyone once again, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Drink water. Love you all. Bye.